What's up, guys? So I made it home. Um, I kind of forgot to update on Monday, that same Monday that I actually came back home. But I didn't come home until late in the evening, pretty much closer to like 9 p.m. Initially, we were concerned that I was going to come out that day just because almost everybody was gone. But the main important clearance that I needed was from the nutritionist, from their standpoint. Whether I was able to leave or not depended most on the nutritionist, and whether I was able to meet, my caloric intake and its goal efficiently, which I did. I was pretty excited because, I was, over the 1,000 calories per day mark type thing. And I was able to, pretty much succeed in that. The only other issue, though, was that during the checkup, just kind of make sure that everything was good, my incision had a little bit of an issue going on. My scar that I brought up to the doctor's attention. The doctor on call and nurses that were there were pretty much just making sure that everything was good. But, pending some things, they were a little, just kind of like, let's double check that there's, nothing going on down there. So we needed the surgical team to come in and double check that everything going on down there was indeed okay. So that took a good chunk of the afternoon to make sure that, everything that was down there was pretty much healing properly, and that there were no additional issues. Even if I were to be released, that same day, they just wanted to make sure that nothing was going on. So while we were waiting for the surgical oncology team to make sure that everything was good, we were also kind of waiting on the nutritionist team to make sure that, things were marching pretty well. So they were. That's my friend. So things were going pretty well. And we just wanted to make sure that, that everything was okay for me to leave. So longer story shorter, the surgical oncology team came. They, looked at my incision, they looked at the scar, and they were just like, you know what? It's nothing that we're afraid of. There's nothing that you should be afraid of. We're not concerned. We don't even need to, treat you with antibiotics. I think it's just part of the natural healing process. It's just a little irritated, but, just make sure that, there's no redness, there's no swelling, there's no, anything that could be going on down there. Just make sure that, you keep an eye on it. If there's anything, feverish, chills, just make sure that you come straight to the ER. But other than that, from our standpoint, we're fine. So now we're just waiting on nutrition to make sure that you're okay so you can, leave. Which at that point I was like, nutrition came by earlier today and they were like, you're good to go. Now we're just waiting on surgical oncology to make sure that you're okay so that you're good to go. So they're like, oh, okay, well then let's go ahead and let me double check with, the rest of the team to make sure that, you're good to go. But from our end, you're good. So I was just like trying to bug all my nurses and just like, hey, surgical oncology said I'm good to go. I know nutrition came in earlier, probably like about an hour ago, and they said we're good to go. So am I good to go? So we were waiting for a little bit. I was really nervous because one of my nurses had said most likely you'll leave tomorrow, so you might have to stay over, look at the menu to see what you're gonna order from the hospital so that you can get dinner. But I was just like, I want to go home. Like I really want to go home. So we waited for about an hour and a half or so, close to like 8 p.m. That's when they were like, you're good to go. You're good to go. I was ecstatic. I was so excited. I was like, I am finally leaving. And, oh, my friend, I'm finally leaving, and, I'm, ready to continue with this ordeal at home. I was nervous about chemo just because I also, that Monday that I was scheduled to have chemo, it got canceled, and that's the exact same day I got released from the hospital, discharged from the hospital. So my parents were a little bit concerned about whether me resuming chemo that week would be too soon. But I was just reaching out to my doctors and my oncology team because I didn't want to delay any of the cycles. I just really wanted to storm through all of this, True, my diagnosis was pretty much, gastritis as a result of the chemotherapy and everything going on, kind of like exacerbated a little bit of the situation. And so I was just kind of like, if I was able to storm this through now knowing, what the um, situation was and how I can prevent it with proper treatment and medication, then I'll have the necessary resources and tools to be able to storm the next chemo session, which I made sure that my regular oncology team was aware of what was going on. And, once I cleared with them that I was able to take chemo, I was like, all right, let's just, get the next available appointment, which was Wednesday. I got home on Monday night and everything was good. I was able to pretty much, what I did, I, had an Ensure shake, which have been lifesavers, both the Ensure Clear and the Ensure protein shakes. But also introducing protein in general, lean meats was also a huge help. I was given the green lights to add in a little bit of noodles and a little bit of rice, which I was ecstatic, was really excited just because I've been craving ramen for the longest. And surely the next day, that's what I had, some ramen, and I was excited. Chicken and ramen, just great, So, yeah, I never thought I would be so excited about ramen, but indeed, I was very excited, very ecstatic. Yeah, I've been keeping up my calorie intake. I've been taking notes, very meticulous notes of what I'm eating. I'm actually using some apps that kind of help me take note of all the stuff that I'm eating. I'm getting better at determining, the different nuances on measuring, foods and whatnot, calories and protein and everything. So I'm excited on learning about that. I'm learning a lot about protein. I'm learning a lot about uh, uh, different meal prep ideas and whatnot. But I'm really learning how to take care and control of my nutrition, which is something that I'm very excited about. I'm nervous, of course, just because every single new item that I'm trying, new foods, new whatever, it is a challenge because I'm not sure how my body's going to react to it. Just a couple days ago, I tried a different method of preparation for some noodle, and it wasn't that great. I also tried a different method of preparation for some chicken breast, which wasn't that great either. It didn't sit that well. So, trying different ways to prepare certain foods is also something that I'm just going to have to learn how to take with a certain grain of salt, like maybe a little bit more careful before I just dive in and to be like, this is my meal, just listening to my body, taking a little bit of this and that, and keeping good note and clear record of what is triggering, what's causing this, what's causing that, is such a learning curve. But at the same time, I realize really crucial for me to be able to go ahead and set myself up for success. Learning also how much is enough when it comes down to water intake or just liquid intake in general is also a challenge. But at the same time, now understanding the portions and the size of my stomach in general, it helps a lot to understand how much I can tolerate versus how much I should, you know, push for. And ideally, I shouldn't push for anything. I should just, listen to my stomach and let it tell me this is enough before I push, to its full capacity. So it is a learning curve. It is a lot to learn. But at the same time, it's like, it's interesting, so I'm very hopeful. I'm very also thankful at the fact that, I'm able to start introducing more solid foods, and trying to understand like the dynamics of it within my body. So it is, like I said, quite a learning curve, but one that I'm very welcoming of. So I'm very excited. This week has been great. Chemo happened on Wednesday. No major side effects. I was feeling a little bit, not dehydrated, but a little bit, lightheaded just because I was trying to introduce a little bit more foods, but didn't sit, quite right, all of them. So I was able to get some IV fluids to kind of just offset some of the nutrition deficiencies, if anything, but nothing too crazy. I've had nausea, like a lot of nauseating effects throughout the whole week, but that's nothing new. Weakness, maybe some, throughout the week. I've been a little bit more tired than usual, but I've napped a lot. Compazine is something that kind of helps me nap a lot, which also curbs a lot of the nauseousness that I get. So it is, quite a good medication, but it's one that I try to not abuse of, just because it does get me very, very sleepy. Overall, this week I was a little disappointed that I didn't get a chance to hang out with anybody. I was able to, though, focus on some things at home, redirect my energy into planning some stuff. But hopefully, like, this coming week, I'll be able to, do a lot more. Today was the Oscars. I played Oscars ballot thing, and I did slightly better than last year, but I'm still not that great of a critic. Reconnecting with friends was great this week. It was more of a week of making plans for this coming week. So within that mindset, I was very excited. I will have this coming week as a break from any chemo, so I should be in much better shape to, hang out and, enjoy this week. The third chemo will happen next Monday. Not this coming Monday, but no, well, not tomorrow, but next Monday. And we're anticipating that it could hit a little hard, but based off this week, in comparison to the second chemo, the first time around, it hasn't hit as hard. So I'm very hopeful that this third one, while I know might hit, it won't probably hit as hard as I might have anticipated, but I'm not gonna, try to jinx it, whatever it is, ready for it. But there's no more excitement than knowing that I'll be on cycle 7 of 8, and then I'll be on cycle 8 of 8, and then I'll be done with chemo. Everything is looking great so far. Everything's looking really good, very positive. I'm just excited to get together with my friend and plan a road trip, or, just hang out and not have to worry about any of this. It's really exciting. And just the fact that I really miss sipping on an IPA, so I'm excited to, when chemo is done, that I could just take one sip of one, or one full one, whatever, we'll see. But I'm just like excited at the different things I'm gonna be able to do. Of course, in moderation, taking better care of myself in general. I can't wait to go back to the gym and start working on a lot of the things that are pretty, like, loose now, but I feel like I've got a new hold in life that I'm very excited about, and I'm coming in more confident in a lot of things, and I am very excited at the fact that, I'm not the same person I was last year. I'm much more confident, I'm much more excited, I'm much more positive, but also I'm much more secure and sure of the things that I wasn't at one point. And even though I am pretty much a very ambitious and stubborn person, I also know what I want, and then I pursue it to the full extent, as like, to the fullest extent, right? So I'm not planning to change that. My ambition just gets stronger, and my will to succeed gets even, stronger. And so I'm very excited at that. And if it wasn't for the fact that this cancer allowed me to take a new grasp and understanding at the priorities in life, I don't know where I'd be, but enough of that. I mean, I'm not gonna, like, reminisce on things that are probably not worth reminiscing. I'm just gonna start focusing on what to do next, and how to get to where I want to get to next, and who I want to get with, who I want to get to wherever I need to get to with, so I'm excited about that. And I have a few people in mind. I have a few people next to me, along this journey that have not left my side, that I'm just very, very, very thankful for. I love them to death. They know who they are. Aside from my family, they've been there every step of the way. I know one of them, he's like, well, what did I do? A lot. I have another friend, she's like, well, I didn't do much. Well, yeah, you did. And I love the fact that they're not, too like cocky about it, but at the same time, like, I wish they would understand how much they've helped me throughout this whole process, that, it'll just solidify our relationship a lot more. So, I know I don't talk about these things as often, just because I'm very shy about a lot of these topics, particularly when it comes down to like relationships and, connections and emotions and feels with other people. I'm very, nervous about that stuff, but I am learning to be more open about that. And I'm very excited to share my life with these people. I'm looking forward to growing with them regardless of who they are. Just the fact that they've been here since day one and have not left my side, it's just amazing. And so to these people, I love you so much. To my family, I love you guys so much. To everyone that's been in this whole roller coaster with me, thank you so much. And to whomever is just connecting with me, through this means or whatever other means in social media or whatnot, thank you for, joining in this whole crazy journey. My next thing that I'm looking forward to is making my hair grow. It's growing-ish. And my nails, But yeah, aside from that, I'm ready to tackle whatever's coming next. And so, yeah, thank you all for this rant, and I will try to reconnect with everybody in the next coming days. All right, cool. Have a great one. Thank you for everything. Bye.